Hello, I'm Gregory Payne, the Chair of Communication Studies at Emerson College, the first communication department in the United States, and also the co-director of the Emerson Blanquerna Global Summit. I'm here today because we have Jaclyn, who just came back from Barcelona. And when I talked to people, they said, you've got to ask her about the gastro diplomacy class. Tell me what you did in Barcelona in terms of cooking up some good food.
Yeah, we took a cooking class where we cooked 4 courses. It was the main dish, which was paella, a dessert, which was kind of like almost like a flan, I guess. And then there was 2 appetizers, which was the tomato bread and this kind of like egg omelet. But it was really, really cool because it was a chance to kind of immerse yourself in the culture rather than just like take from it, I guess, and is more abstract. And it was also a chance to get closer with the group in general. I think that was like the moment we started making like more friendships and just deeper connections.
So basically, that first night you were able to bond together, of course, through food. I think that one of the magics of gastro diplomacy is that you'll talk about how you cook, maybe your grandmother's favorite recipe. What do you think that taught you, or at least provided you in terms of insights on Barcelona?
That's a good question. I've always been interested in just like, I I think I want to know more about the history of the types of foods.
Yes.
It did interest me, like the types of paella that they talk about. We made the Valencian paella, but I know there's different versions of it, and they
Yes.
each have their own pride in their paella, which was kind of interesting. So it's interesting how each region in Spain also has a different way of cooking their food, and how the pride comes from that too.
Yes. Well, the other part that you took part in, and that is one of my favorite cities in addition to Barcelona, is Lisbon. And it was a smaller group. And how would you distinguish the two, and what were your takeaways, Jaclyn, in terms of Lisbon?
Yeah. Lisbon, you would think it'd be kind of similar to Barcelona, but because just the proximity, but so especially like it's Portuguese language, which is very different than Spanish, which I didn't realize. I thought because I kind of knew Spanish a little bit, I would be able to understand Portuguese, which I didn't. But another thing that I found really interesting in my time in Lisbon was getting to talk to the students in a local university. So it was kind of a great cultural exchange because they were kind of asking about what's going on in America, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions about who Americans are and what kind of the media situation looks like. And it was really interesting also to hear from them about the problems and also the successes in their country. Some of the successes were like their public journalism's really good, which I just didn't know of, and it's a
Right.
kind of a model for us to look at. But also some of the issues that they were having with like affordable housing. They're having like an aging population right now versus Barcelona, which is a younger
Yes.
population.
Yes.
They're having like a teacher shortage, and they just also don't make as much of a living wage as we do. I think it's like €1,000 a month that they make. So
Right.
that was also interesting.
Right. So when you look back, Jacqueline, at your experience at Emerson, how much do you think the trip to Abu Dhabi as well as Barcelona and Lisbon, how does that help define you in terms of what Emerson's all about?
Yeah, it's definitely been the highlight of my experience. I think it's really like made clear to me the importance of cultural exchange and not being like limiting yourself to your own knowledge, and just the importance of being curious. I think that's a big thing about Emerson, and like that curious and creative aspect of like always wanting to learn more and just interacting with like different cultures and different people and different work styles. And it's definitely affirmed my like interest in international relations and PR. So
Terrific. I think for those of you getting to know Jacqueline, she's somebody who, of course, was outstanding in the GlobeCom project on the first place team. And now she's got another notch in her belt with regard to Lisbon and Barcelona. Best of luck as you graduate in December, and be sure that you come back and visit Emerson College.
yeah, for sure. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.